student, today my topic is amino acids and protein. Chemically, amino acid are organic compound in which amino group, that is NH2 is the amino group, and carbonyl group, that is COOH, OIC, carbonyl group are present in the same molecule. Suppose this is the amino acid structure formula. From one side it is bonded with H, from other side it is bonded with methyl, ethyl or propyl, that is alkyl group. At the front it is bonded with COOH, that is carbonyl group, and from the downward it is bonded with amino group. So this is the structure of amino acid. Journal formula is like NH2R COOH. On the basis of position of NH2 and COOH, amino acids are classified as alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Such as this amino group is present in first carbon, which is just attached to the other functional group. This is the oic acid is the other functional group. So when the one functional group is attached to the carbon, then that carbon is known as alpha carbon. So alpha carbon contain amino group, so it is the alpha amino group. Now here there is 3 carbon, and if we do not count the COOH of C, then we have second number this carbon which is attached with amino group. So 1, 2, this is beta, this is alpha and this is beta. Because it is not directly attached to COOH, it is in the second position, that is why it is called as beta amino acid. Now levo alpha amino acid obtained from natural resources, they take part in the synthesis of protein. Protein are macromolecules, long unbranched polymer. Protein is like a polymer of amino acid. So amino acids are monomer of protein. Just like this, protein when get hydrolysis, go through the reaction with water, it forms peptide bond. Then again when peptide bond go through hydrolysis, it form alpha amino acid. When protein hydrolyzes, it's obtain 25 amino acid. Out of 25 amino acids, 23 are amino acids and 2 are proline and hydroxyproline. Both are amino acids. Now amino acids are colorless crystalline solid, soluble in water, acid, alkalis and strongly soluble in organic solvent. It has high melting point. Now dipole nature, amino acid have 2 poles. If this release one H atom, then it acts like a acid, because acid always release H atom. So it is act as a acid and this is act as a base. So both the group have present in one amino acid, so it is dipolar. Because it just release H atom, it contain minus and it gain one H atom, so it is become plus. So because of minus and plus, it is dipole in nature. So amino acid acts as both acidic and basic, that is positive and as well as negative or dipolar nature. When H get transferred to NH2, it forms zwitter ion. Such like with this H, when get transferred to NH2, then this becomes zwitter ion. See, here it is NH3 which is not balanced, that is why it shows ion, and it become minus because it loses one H electron. So this is the zwitter ion which is amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means act as both acids and base. Now isoelectric point of amino acid, the aqueous solution of amino acid is slightly acidic. Because of NH3, it is slightly acidic. When the electricity is passed through acidic medium, cation moves to cathode, and in alkaline, that is basic medium, anion moves towards anode. In the neutral solution, zwitter ion does not move under the effect of electric field. Remember, in the neutral solution, that means amphoteric. Both the acid and base are present, or both the acid and base are totally absent, that is the neutral solution. Zwitter ion does not move under the effect of electric field, so it is called as isoelectric pH. Its range between 3.2 to 3.5. This is the amino acid which release anion. This is the zwitterion, and this is the amino acid which release cation. So except glycine, all amino acid have asymmetric carbon atom, that is chiral. Asymmetric carbon atom means chiral, which is not superimposable. It have two stereoisomeric form and have dextro, that means right rotation, and levo rotation both. When they have both rotation, because NH2 is here, that is dextro rotation. When NH2 is in this way, in this side, then it is levo amino acid, that is anti-clockwise rotation. So these two are the asymmetric carbon atom or a chiral. Now come to classification of amino acid. Three types of classification are there: on the basis of nature, on the basis of hydrocarbon part, on the basis of position of amino acid carboxyl group. So on the basis of nature, there are these are divided into four parts. Neutral amino acid, AA means amino acid. These have equal number of NH2 and COOH group, like glycine, valine. Acidic amino acid, these have one NH2 group and more than one COOH group, that is aspartic acid or glutamic acid. Now basic acid contain one COOH group and more than one NH2, means NH2 is more than one. So its example is lysine, adenine or cysteine. Now sulfur containing amino acid is cysteine. This is the structure of cysteine. Now on the basis of hydrocarbon part, first is aliphatic, that means straight chain. The example are glycine, alanine, valine. Now next is aromatic, which form ring structure. These contain aromatic ring structure. These are phenyl, alanine, triosine. Now heterocyclic amino acid, it contains cyclic structure of different carbon cycle, that is, this is the pentane and this is the hexane, both are together, attached together, that is heterocycle. This is tryptophan and this is proline. Now next is this about 20 amino acids are required for synthesis. Synthesis means to make protein. 20 amino acids are there which make protein. It is of two types, non-essential amino acid and essential amino acid. Our body synthesizes 10 amino acid itself, that is non-essential amino acid, and these are not synthesized by body but supplied through our diet. So these are the essential amino acid. Without proper availability of amino acid, our growth gets stopped or slows down, and its deficiency leads to a disease kwashiorkor. Now next is peptide and peptide bonds. Two or more similar or different amino acid condense mean when vapor again changes into liquid together to form peptide. In this, NH2 group is condensed with COOH group of adjacent amino acid to form CONH or peptide or amide bond. Peptide bond bind amino acid in order to form protein molecules, like this. It is clear from the structure. These are the two molecules of amino acids. Now here one end is joined with another end, that means NH2 joined with COOH group. So it forms dipeptide bond after condensation, and this chain again increase in order to form polypeptide. So these peptide have free end of functional group condensed to form tri, tetra, penta molecule. When a large number of amino acids are joined together with peptide bond, it is called polypeptide. Each polypeptide unit contains one end NH2 called N-terminal and COH group at the another end called C-terminal. N-terminal is written in left and C-terminal written in right. Naming starts from N-terminal and ends with C-terminal. The name of amino acid present at the C-terminal have suffix "ine" is replaced by "I." That means glycine now called glycyl, aniline now called ananyl. Now my question is today for what is the amino acids peptide and polypeptide bond? Thank you.